Hey everyone, welcome to GenrePlay. We're back today with DC20 doing Star Wars. It's session 2 of Star Wars using the DC20 system that Greg has kind of put together from Star Wars 5e. And so I think we're going to need a recap, Greg. I don't remember what happened so long ago in Galaxy Far
It's
Away.
been so long. We were recording this like an hour later. I just got my hair cut in between. It's fine and shaved. But
It's only been a month.
It's only been a month. All right. Last time on Star Wars Z, you all had one of you had been a traitor to the Sith, and Kwerk, but Knocker, was sent off to be sent into a nebula, which eventually, when sent there, you get picked up and thrown into a prison that the Sith know about but do not touch. They just know they can dump off prisoners there as punishment. Meanwhile, back in the Jedi Order, Asis and Bushwawar decided that the Jedi Council needs to act on this. The traitor to the Sith, hero to the Republic, was left in a prison and needs to be, left to die in a nebula, as far as you knew, and needs to be gone and saved. That was great grammar. You need to go and save him. There you go.
Pretty Yoda.
Yeah, almost Yoda that. On the way to the nebula, they got picked up by these drones that took you into what was obviously a prison ship. You were processed into the prison, and you realized that they're all speaking Rakata, which you knew this nebula has something to do with Rakata, because you heard that they were seen, pieces of Rakata technology seen in the location, I think it was. And you were put into this prison. Also, a certain droid that's been working there for a while became sentient and has not undergone the normal maintenance that would erase his memory to prevent such a thing. He's been being mischief, trying to pursue an escape plan, working with Kwerk, and eventually Bushwawar and Asis. And all of you together had eventually met up after breaking some food paste dispensers and stuff, and started to formulate a plan on how you're going to get out of this place. After having a lunch and recreational time in the main area of the prison, you went up against a few Trandoshans that, while you got one of them to go fight someone else, and which eventually ended up in a challenge in the arena between those two, the rest of the Trandoshans challenged you three to arena fight. I can count. After a little bit, it's worth noting that Asis there actually you got a friend or foe indicator, so you can go through the force fields because you secretly stole it from one of the droids. Yes. And 44 has one as well. And anyways, eventually you all went back and you got ready for the arena fight that was challenged to you, and the administrators took it as a worthy challenge, so they set it up. And as you're brought out, you see the 3 Trandoshans. One of them is named Haxtun, as you can hear the older one that you talk to, as you can hear on the balcony where all the prisoners are allowed to come out and watch. You can hear them chanting, Haktun, Haktun. Well, that sounds like Haktua, damn it. Sorry about that.
Don't get Bitcoin from them.
Time.
Right. God. I hope you didn't buy that Bitcoin.
Get the Haktun coin. But, about to become a millionaire. But that occurred, and you all set up, in the meantime, 44. You were to drag the 2 bodies, both of which I think got knocked out, if I remember right. And as well as on your way past the cell of Asis, you went ahead and collected the remnants of that droid that was hidden under his bed they took the FOF from. And you are currently headed down a corridor meant to deliver these 2 bodies to the medical ward and whatever you plan to do with that droid that you're carrying behind. And I think we're going to start there, actually. What is 44 doing? You have a cable connected to your carapace that's just attached to those 3 things behind you. You're just dragging along. You're pretty slow right now as you're spinning your wheels, getting this thing dragged.
So one of them was the Trandoshan, right? Who picked the
Yes,
fight.
and one of them was a Gore or something, the big pig race that's in Jabba's Hutt. his
Gamorrean.
guards. Gamorrean, yeah.
Yeah, Gamorrean.
Yeah.
Gamorrean, yeah.
Gamorrean, yeah.
I mean, so my task is to bring them back to the med bay, so that they
Yep,
could be
just like you
revived
did,
to fight again.
just like you did with Kwerk when the game
Okay.
started.
I mean, I don't know a lot about Trandoshan's reproductive system, so
That's an interesting way to go about it. Okay.
yeah, just things, just
Bounce.
curious
Wow.
about biology. That's all.
44 is
anyway.
curious about biology. Well, how are babies made?
I'm a real boy.
Okay, let's be real. I mean, I don't want to miss the fight. I don't want to miss the main
Yeah.
event. Obviously, I want to be there for the main event.
You imagine it'll take a good 10 minutes at least, especially with carrying 3 things with you to get to the medical ward, 10 minutes back. So
where's the closest trash chute? I'm gonna feed him to the. I can't think. It's escaping my.
roll a d20.
The thing
The higher
that
the
lives in
better.
the dumpster. I'm gonna just feed him to them.
Yeah,
to him.
do a fate die. Higher the better.
Okay. That is going to be a fate die. A 13 on the D20. Fate die.
That's pretty good. We'll
Do I
say
add anything
it's-
to that?
No,
I mean,
no,
I
it's
work
just-
here. It's my job to dispose of things, right?
No, you know where they all are. Just see how lucky you are with based where the trash chute is.
Okay.
There's one like a minute away. You do know, however, that it is an incinerator.
So by doing this, my brain computes that he'll know I obviously did not return these prisoners back to the med bay,
Mm-hmm.
and our escape is imminent, and it has to happen quickly, like tonight, like we just originally planned. Right? That was our original plan. Like tonight, lights out. We this is when we escape.
I believe it was something like that. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna take something like that. So whatever I can of value from this droid, like any parts that I can like repurpose for myself, I'm assuming
Okay.
like we're similar, right? I'm gonna keep.
No, he's actually a bit different than you. He's a guard droid. What he has on him.
Is he like
this
a
will take a
is he
little
like a
bit of time.
bipedal, like one that carries a weapon?
No.
and stuff, or
It's
is
the same basic type of structure, but you do know he has a personal shield on him. It's part of the carapace. That would be hard to remove. He has a stun turret, and he has a cable like yours that shoots out.
I'm stealing his stun turret
All right,
to
that's the easiest
be-
thing. You just rip it off
to be
if you
added
want.
to myself later. And then yes, I'm just gonna put them down the chute so that I can be back in time for the main event.
All right, so you go up to this chute. It's like a little opens up. You look back and forth a bit, and then you shove the bodies in there. You hear a don't, and then the chutes close.
2
And you
prisoners.
immediately start heading back.
How many dark side points do I get for that?
2 prisoners fighting because of, a bad day, knock each other out, never wake up.
You do know they
Nobody
weren't.
knows.
You know, at least one of them wasn't a great person.
Yeah.
Do I smell bacon?
you see
Sorry, bad joke.
light side +1,
Oh,
dark side +5.
That'd be fun to keep track of our light and dark decisions.
Yeah,
Like-
maybe we should think about that.
I mean,
Maybe I should
for those of you who have ever played, any of the Star Wars KOTORs,
The Old Republic ones, for sure.
The Old Republic
Yeah.
games, it's like
The
your
good games.
decisions.
But all right, and you immediately head back. Roll a d4.
Roll a D4. I rolled a 1.
You arrive 1 round into the battle. So the rest of you, a Rakata announcer comes up. He's wearing this nice golden garb with blue stripes through it, and he gives the announcement. He tries to get a crowd that doesn't exist for who he's broadcasting to, but the hologram doesn't know that. As the hologram goes in and in and in, finally he lifts his arms and says, "Fight!" As you all are on the ring and the battle is about to begin. I think, did any of you want to... Actually, I guess you would have some time if you want to do anything before the battle starts. I believe Kwerk has his heavy armor on underneath his robes, right? Or yeah,
Yeah, disguised. Yep.
he's gonna boom. Ah!
And the Wookiee may or may not have a lightsaber
Yeah,
hidden.
It's a junk
in
saber
his-
now.
Yeah, junk saber.
Yeah. I'm just very happy.
Last episode, as we were coming on, Asis was doing like that, trying to put on a good show.
Oh, that's
charisma
right.
Thing with
A natural one or something.
like combined with the feeling of he doesn't know what he's doing. He's a Padawan. He's a teenager. Rolled the nat one to really fit the vibe. So I don't think, other than like getting his fists up and getting ready for this, he's not doing too much else.
Alrighty, then I'm gonna go ahead and share.
There's no
Present.
weapons we can use or anything, right? Or grab.
Not openly.
Asis does have his lightsaber hidden on him, but bad things will happen if we get caught with that.
Roll a for that lightsaber. Roll a survival.
Sure.
Same with Bushwawa if you're taking it onto the ring with you. This is how well you can keep it secured on your body and whatever. Just in case anything dramatic happens. Just normal stuff won't actually have an effect. But if you were to picked up and thrown on the ground.
I'll try and avoid the dramatics because I got a 3.
When you get picked up and thrown on the ground, do you lose your lightsaber?
Thank you for translating.
Survival, you say?
Yeah.
So I got 18 total then.
Okay. And what did Asis get? You said 13? Oh, 3. Good. Okay. Alrighty. This is the ring you are, just to remind yourselves on what you guys look like if it's been a while. You 3 are down here. You are labeled. The other 3 are here. You do know that the older one looks very different than the rest of them. He looks wizened. He doesn't look as just big and brawny. I've put 44 up here because I didn't know what you're going to do. So in one round, that's where you'll be.
Are they the same species, those lizard people?
Yeah, they're all Trandosians. And these are stairs that go up to the balconies. But with that, we're going to go ahead and roll some initiatives. So go ahead and roll. Where's my initiatives?
And what do we add to this in the current version?
I forgot my dice. Right. So I'm going to have Asis do, funny enough, probably athletics or acrobatics because you're there trying to show off your moves and stuff.
Okay.
Bushwawar, just do, what were you doing? You weren't doing anything. So just do awareness. And
I do intimidation, or never mind, awareness is great. It's prime. I agree wholeheartedly on that.
And Kwerk, you can do a I guess awareness too, because I don't think you were doing anything specifically.
That's a 9 from Asis.
I got
9.
14.
I got this nice book. Look at this for 99 cents at the library. So 9 for Asis. Bushwick got what?
14.
14. Oh, that's pretty good. And what did Kwerk get? Ooh, you're on mute. You are on mute. And also 44 can go ahead and roll too.
I got a 5.
Oof.
Even with your modifier?
Yeah, it's 2 plus 3, so 5.
Okay.
Yep.
Am I adding awareness, you said?
No, yours is a little different. I think you were trying to rush back, so let's call yours athletics.
Well, that's not cool.
You can do acrobatics too, I would say.
I'm kidding.
So based on what you're doing, initiatives modifier can shift and change based on
Gotcha.
Yep.
approach, right?
Like that.
Yeah. He might change it from what I hear, but I don't know.
Trying to find. All right, so if I'm not trained in a skill, I just use like base might, base agility.
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying?
right.
Okay. So I have a 14 total.
14 total. Okay, so you're right there. Putting a 4. Never mind. The So no one actually beat the challenge DC of this, which was actually 16. So they're going to go first. One of them is going to go first. It'll go one of them, then Brush Warwar, then one of them, then Asis, then one of them, then Kwerk. So first of all, Kwerk starts things off. He sees the Wookiee with his smug face, and he says, "You're mine." And he comes over. Oops. And he...
Yeah.
What does he want to do?
You saw what I was clenching and liked it.
He is going to do a grapple on you. He is going to he's going to give himself advantage, and then he's going to actually he gets advantage because of his class. So he's going to do a grapple, and then he's going to enhance it with a throw, and then he's going to enhance it with another thing that you'll see if he succeeds. So
Jeez. What's he got to roll against? Or what do I have to roll?
Against a grapple, you would roll your martial check.
My martial check.
Yeah, it's underneath your attack and save DC. It's just the better of your athletics or acrobatics. Yours is actually pretty good.
So just my athletics, and this is the best.
Yep. I rolled kind of mid.
I rolled decent.
I got 16.
My athletics. So I rolled 14 plus 5, so 19.
Wasted 3 action. He also had to move to you, which took another action point. So he comes over to you, and he tries to grab you. You can feel him heave at your body, but you just stay there and don't let him take you with him using your might. And he fails to throw you against the... Oh, I forgot to mention, this arena here, it looks like weird organic metal creating these posts in every corner. And then once the fight starts, you hear like a boom as a force field connects. This blue force field connects between all of the different posts. And it looks like he's trying to throw you into the force field. But he did not succeed, so then...
I'll be like, your anger works against you, except it's all in growls and stuff, and I can understand.
You tell him, Grom.
Then we get Grom.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm going to change your name to Grom. Forgot we just call you Grom.
I am going to, so I have 4 action points, right? So,
Yeah, 4 action points. Just as a reminder for unarmed strikes in DC20, the base damage is 0. So you actually have to do 5 over just to do a damage in general, unless you have something that allows you to.
Which marks we have our power attack to do extra damage, things like that, or maneuvers.
Yeah, you can always spin since you have martial maneuvers, you can always spin an action point to make your attack a power attack, which does 1 extra damage.
Okay, I'll do that.
You can also grapple, just like he did if you really want. But remember, grappling in this game is actually quite useful. Like if you throw someone into the ground and they would have gone 5 spaces, but because the ground is in the way, they actually take 5 damage.
What
But
if I grapple and pick them up and throw them at the other 2 and they hit?
You could try to do that. It is a long throw, and keep in mind, since you're not actually you don't have any grapple skills per se, grappling would take 1 grapple action, and then you could do another grapple action, but it would be at disadvantage because it's the second grapple in the same turn, and that would be the throw. But then you can use another extra action point to negate the disadvantage, so it's up to you.
Next to you, Asis goes, hit him!
Yeah, I'm just going to smash down on him. I'll use power attack, and also I'll use 3 extra points. So I'll attack, power attack, and
advantage,
yeah. And then I'll give me 1 action point left, and I'm going to do something after that. All right. So what do I add to this again for my attack? Is it the martial check?
Yeah. No. This is your attack, so it's just your attack. For you, it's +4, I think.
Oh, okay.
Martial attack would be if you grappled.
Interesting. Okay. So 15. Did that
15 hits. Okay. It's enough to hit, but it's not a brutal or anything.
So
Yeah,
just
it does
0 damage.
Plus your power attack, so 1 damage.
Okay, so boom. And then I'm going to go, roar. I'm going to roar. I'm going to use my intimidating shout. Using 1 AP for that. So all creatures, within 5 spaces. So they're within 5. So all the bad guys will have to do a charisma save.
Oh, in 5 spaces. Wow. Okay.
So they all have to do a charisma save against my attack check.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and do that. Oh my god. Go
Do
ahead
I
and do
actually
the attack check.
Those super charismatic Trandoshians.
So do I roll for my attack check then? Okay, I didn't know if you just had 10 or something. Okay. And I got a nat 20!
Did you really?
Yes. I don't know if that's really the best use for a nat 20, but yeah, I'll take it.
They rolled a 1, a 2, and a 12. No, actually it's 11 after bonuses. So
after bonus, you call that a bonus?
After minuses. So yeah, you just do the beastly roar as all of them think they may have made a mistake for a second there, as they all give a little look to Grom. It gives them the intimidated
hindered,
condition, right?
Hindered.
Or was it hindered? Okay.
Right.
So their next attack has disadvantage.
Yeah.
That means. Alrighty.
So I take that as like they were reminded of like a natural predator from their like youth or something. A big furry beast that just roared, and they're like, "Oh shit, this isn't a Wookiee. It's like a, whatever max furry predator thing." Right?
I forgot. Do Wookiees and them have a history? I feel like I read a comic book with
Trandosians.
Oh yeah, they definitely have. Yeah,
okay.
They're not friendly towards each other, if that's what you're asking.
Yeah, I remember I was reading some comic book, Bounty Hunters, Star Wars Bounty Hunters.
I feel like Trandosians aren't friendly towards anyone.
Most anything. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They have like that hunting culture where they grab someone and then hunt them. But all right. Nice. That's the end of your turn. Then so they get disadvantage since they're intimidated. Oh no, they're hindered. That's right. Never mind. I am going to have this guy run up here, and he's going to do the same thing to you, but this time he's going to use he doesn't get advantage because of your hinderness. He just gets a straight roll, but he's doing a martial check. He got I rolled an 11 again. 16.
Go ahead and roll martial check.
Yeah.
I got 11.
He picks you up, and with a roar, he throws you against the wall here on the other side of him. As you stumble back, he uses that extra action point that I told you I'd tell you what it does if it works, and his friend gets a immediate action. He can use one of his action points, which he does to do. He runs at you and drop kicks you. So first of all, you roll an 11, so that's only 1. He didn't do any damage with the throw, unfortunately, because he didn't throw you far enough. Mm-hmm. But the drop kick will.
Do I roll another martial check against that?
No, it's against your physical defense. It's just a basic attack that he can do.
Okay.
He's going to use 3 of his action points. So there goes all his action points for his next turn. But advantage, power, and then drop kick. Wow. The best I rolled was an 11. Does a 15 hit your physical defense? It does.
It does.
But just barely. So it does 2 bludgeoning, because the drop kick does 1. The power attack does 2. So 2 bludgeoning. And immediately after, he goes prone.
Oh, fun. And then, Marks, don't forget, we all have grit points that we can use to reduce damage by 1.
Yep.
If you ever want to.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
of them have grit points.
Grit point. Yeah, I have 1 grit point. I'll use one of those to at least knock it down just to 1 damage, right?
Sure.
Might as well. Because I'm sure I'll get some rest after this, I hope.
You also have shield, right? So, that's using the force. which could be seen as you're not supposed to show, but you do have the ability to use the force and to give yourself +5 AC on an attack.
Yeah, I'm gonna save that for something major.
Cool. That was all of his action points, and we come to.
It is agonizing that moving would require a whole action point. Moving one square would require a whole action point.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you could move more than one.
I don't want to. I just want to be next to it. I want to be one over.
There are certain classes that have the ability to move and attack, actually. Interesting enough. Barbarians, I think.
What do I want to sacrifice?
Oh, you got thrown?
Do a Vulcan pinch.
Nope, your lightsaber stays secure.
Great. Asis will move one square to the left. And will... Yeah, this will be a little boring, but I can do stuff next turn. Well, as Grom disappears from the space, suddenly Asis is there, jumping up into the air, throwing a punch. Action for an attack, action for advantage, action for power attack.
Alrighty. Superman punch.
Yep. That gets dirty 20.
That'll definitely do a brutal. Heavy.
2 damage?
Yeah. Base damage, base 0, yeah, +2. Yep.
Cool. Punch him, land, kind of nod at Grom, who is fine, I'm assuming.
Oh, so I should have asked, which one did you punch? The one that was...
Tracky, the one that threw Grom.
The one that threw Grom, okay.
Yeah, the other one's prone, right? So they're probably a disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, what does prone do with DC20?
You get advantage.
Oh, can I change?
Yeah, sure. Roll again. See if it would have been higher. Unless you just want to do something different.
So had I already gotten advantage, this is great. What I wanted to do was do power attack into sweep attack. So, and I would have given myself advantage to that move. So a sweep attack is one additional
hit
target
the person next to him.
Hit the person next to him who takes 1 damage if a 20 would hit them.
Yep, it definitely would.
So I'd like to do 2 damage to Kwerk T and 1 damage to Trekkie.
Nice.
Thank you, Marks.
That looks pretty amazing. As you come down and Superman punch the guy on the ground. You just jump at him.
Different flavor now that I'm targeting someone different. As the guy who is doing the drop kick is falling, Asis has moved to be there, just uppercuts him into the other guy.
All right, they bump a bit, and you see one Tracky turns to Kwerk and says, what are you doing? And then we come to... That's all your action points, though, right? So then we come to this guy. Let's see. No one is grappled. He does not seem to be so much about... You don't see him burly and flexing or anything like that. He seems more directed. And he comes over to Grom. And he will...
Remember, he's hindered.
He is hindered. He is going to looks you up and down. You see him jumping a little light on his feet, and he is going to kick at your leg. So 1 for movement, 1 for strike, 2 for. Ooh, do I want to do that? No, he's not going to do that. He's going to do 1 for strike. You see him punch towards your side, where you know it's going to be a not fun experience, and then he'll give himself advantage to negate the hindrance. Otherwise, he would have done something worse. So 1 roll because he's hindered. That is a 6 plus 4, an amazing 10. Does 10 hit?
Oh, just barely. I need better defense.
Oh, it does hit. Oh, okay. Oh, you have no agility. Yeah, he does hit. So he does 1 for his unarmed strike because his unarmed strike space is 0. I mean, sorry, 1. And then you need to make a physical save.
Where's a physical save at? I mean, like
physical save is the best between your might or agility saves. So for you, it's 4. It's your might.
It's 22.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He goes in for a punch at your side, trying to get some type of kidney punch or something, but hitting you is like hitting a brick wall. And while it hurts, he's not able to do any internal damage. You take 1 big whopping point of damage, which you can use great if you want. But, oh no, you can't use it already. Then we come to, but he had to move, so that's it for him. We come to Kwerk, foot knocker.
Okay. What I'd like to do is use my taunt ability to taunt Kwerk T.
Okay.
To attack me, and then when he comes, and then I'm just going to hold my action until he comes at me. When he comes at me, what I'd like to do is try to trip him up and send him into the energy wall behind me.
Okay. So, would it make a difference if I told you the energy wall doesn't appear to do damage? It's just a solid surface.
Well, in that case, then what I'll do is I'll taunt him and
run away.
try to reduce the number of opponents that Grom has to deal with.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your taunt. I believe that, or what do you do to taunt him?
Nope, you've muted yourself.
I think he's trying to figure out why he's muted still.
Oh, my mic came unplugged.
Ah, okay. So we didn't hear anything you said. Sorry.
Chat's unplugged.
Yeah.
Chat's
say
unplugged.
anything. I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to say. You there, you green scaly bastard. Why don't you come at somebody your own size?
I took all your action points because you talk like Kirk now. All right. So that's 1 action for you. He has to make a charisma save, I believe, right?
I think so.
Against your save DC, probably. He failed it badly, actually. And he is taunted. So what do you want to do after that? Put this on it.
Well, yeah, I want to run away.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't. I want to move like, yeah, bingo there. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
That take up all my action points?
That took 2 of your action points. You still have 2 more if you want to do something. Like you can do help actions and stuff. I think you do help actions really well, if I remember right.
Well, I can give somebody a help die, yeah. So,
yeah.
And do I recover? Yeah, I just recover.
You recover stamina by doing it.
Yeah, I recover, but I haven't used any stamina points yet.
Right. No, you haven't. Right.
Wait a minute.
But yeah, I think you can do the help action multiple times. In fact, you just give less and less of effect each time.
Okay, then whenever it has to be, either before I go or after as I'm running or whatever, I'll do whatever to give the help action and give a help die to Grom.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, inspiring
Sweep the
presence. You can, whenever you spend.
Bite his toe off. All right. Oh, you can actually heal people by spending SP. Interesting. And remember, if you have SP, if you have stamina points, you can use them instead of an action point for stuff.
Okay.
And then, so you can spend 1 AP and 1 SP, 1 action point and 1 stamina point. Command a creature you see within 5
yeah, I've got the inspiring presence.
Well, you got Commander's Call, which allows you to. You can have another person make an attack. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you can give, using your SP and your AP right now, you could give an attack to someone, so they immediately do an attack right now.
Okay.
Or you can get them to move or dodge. It's up to you. But yeah, the attack one's pretty good.
Yeah. Why don't I? So as I'm doing all this, I'll spend so I can spend the stamina point and the action point. But because if I give Grom a help die, I get my stamina point right back. Correct.
Yep, that's probably how you want to do that character. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do, and I will. And using Commander's Call, I will tell Grom to attack Haxtun.
Okay.
I will bite his toe.
Go ahead and do an attack.
Am I limited in any way what I can do?
It says you can only use 1 AP. You can't use any resources for it.
Can I
But you do the attack with advantage.
So let's say I step up and punch up as growing.
All right. Like Van Damme in Bloodsport.
Oh, yeah. All right, let me see if I can get anything here.
So you do get advantage. You don't. It says you can't spend AP, SP, or MP on this attack, though. So it's just the attack with advantage.
Just straight up with my, oh my gosh, my attack check, right?
Yep.
The martial check, attack check keeps throwing me a little bit. I'm just flying down my thing here. Okay. That's not terrible. It's 18.
18. That will be a heavy hit against him, actually, I think. Oh, no, against Haxtun. Never mind. That is not a heavy hit, sorry. That is a just normal hit. But it does hit. Wait, sorry. He has 13 AC. And what did you roll? 18?
18, yeah.
Oh, that is a heavy hit. Barely. Yeah, you do 1 damage to him. Coming up into his nutsack, he you hit him, and it's like hitting a monk. You ever seen a monk? Those monks that get hit in the nuts and they don't even flinch. He just takes. He goes without even saying a word. If 44 was here, he'd learn a bit about reproductive systems. But speaking of which, 44, you have... Oh, and then you got a help die now. So a help die in this is a D8 that you can spend to add to any roll going forward. And you get your SP back because of it, Kwerk. So 44, you show up to the scene.
I get a help die, or he gets a help die? I get a help die for
you
something?
get a help. You get a help die. Oh, actually, you have another ability. I don't know if you saw that there. As your commander.
Mm-hmm.
Inspiring Presence. When you spend an SP in combat, you can restore an amount of HP equal to your SP spent. Choose creatures within 5 spaces that can see or hear you and divide the HP among them. So you can restore 1 HP since you spent an HP to anybody within 5 spaces, which is any of your allies at this point.
Well, okay. So far, Grom's the only one that's taken any damage, right? He's taken 1 point of damage. Yep. Okay, then there you go. Now you've taken no damage.
You've been highly inspired.
We have a healer. Wow.
Through inspiration. Walk it off.
Walk it off. This Kwerk is going to get up, which is part of his 1 action point. It takes two movement to get up.
That guy's face, it looks like a snake kissy face. Like,
I know. Hey, buddy. He's going to either attack Grom or Asis with disadvantage because he's taunted, or he'll go for Kwerk. I'm going to give him a die. More likely to go for Kwerk.
1 action point for this turn?
Yeah, he already went, and he used it to get up. What a loser. Good call, though. Yeah, he gets up. He's brushing himself off. The 4d4. You have arrived. Okay.
So the first thing I see is one of the lizards standing up, and the other guys are still standing.
You see Grom getting up and punching Haxtun in the balls as he's getting up.
Okay.
And you see the other lizard getting up as well.
They're not doing as bad as I thought they would. Maybe I bet on the wrong team. All right, so I'm surrounded. Like, so there's prisoners all around me, right?
Yeah, there's all these prisoners about.
So I'm assuming there's more guards like on the other side.
Actually, there's not. The
Prison
other
wall.
side is not actually. Oh, more guards. Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Sorry,
yeah. So there's more guards. Okay,
but not more prisoners.
gotcha. Oh man, I'm contemplating first distance. So can you measure the distance from where I am
To where?
to the opposite side of the arena, like to Grom, basically? Okay, so that's actually 10. So he's only 10
10
squares away.
spaces. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Do I think I could conceal lobbing a grenade in there?
It would
Like-
be a roll. It would be a sleight of hand. It'd be a.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that.
It would be stealth.
It'd be
or
trickery.
trickery
Stealth
or
or trickery.
stealth.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You could. You might be able to maybe create. Right now the guards are actually on duty, looking around.
But they're all. I'm assuming they're all looking at the fight, right?
The guards, not so much. They're doing their job. The 2 guards on the ground are watching the fight, and all the prisoners are. But you could do a distraction another way, maybe. It would be easier also if you got closer to do something like that.
So I think I'm gonna move.
And I also mentioned you think it would be a pretty easy roll to obscure that you're the one who launched it, but it would be a really hard roll to obscure that a grenade went off.
Right. So I mean, the grenade's gonna if a grenade goes off, they're not gonna know where. That's the whole idea. Is like, I don't want them to know where it came. Like, whoa, where did that grenade come from? I'm gonna move. Okay, so my full movement, which is 5 spaces. So I should be next to the 2 prisoners that are next to each other. So just like, that way, 5 spaces. Yep. I'm gonna go over there.
I did too far. Yep.
Why would you do that?
How many guards are there on the perimeter?
You see 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, and 2 on either side. This looks to be some type of utility droid for any type of utility thing that might be needed. It's a bit like 4D4 in that, but 4D4 is more multi-purpose, though. Go ahead. That was
I'm
one
good.
action point. You're good? Okay, you're going to hold off?
Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I want to see how it goes.
Alrighty.
You got to see if we're worthy to
it's
take
really-
you to the beach.
Unfortunately, there's really nothing I can do to help you guys. Without it being obvious. So
There is a control panel that I'll just draw it. It's over here. Whoa, I don't know why it's red, but there is a control panel for the force field and everything like that. If you were interested in that, but and anything else has to do with the ring. But I'm not sure what you would do with that. I was just throwing it out there in case you knew something. In the meantime, at this point, just tell me if you want to do something, and then you can do it. We'll just say you kind of delayed your turn until whenever you think of something to do. Grom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's
how
take out the
refined
weak
he looks.
ones first.
Okay.
I'm going to. So we got power, advantage. Is there anything else I can do? So that's normal attack. What's my options?
You
here?
got your maneuvers, I think. You get a couple maneuvers, if I remember right. I'm not sure which ones you picked.
I think I picked. Did I pick I had saber reflect and expose. Is that a maneuver?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So for 1 AP, you can make them exposed, which means the next person that attacks them has advantage.
So I pull their pants down. All right. So that's what I'm gonna do then. I'm gonna hit him with a normal attack, added advantage with power, and we'll try to expose them. So it'll hopefully help in follow-up attacks.
Okie dokie.
And it's gonna be tracky.
That's 4. Okay.
All right.
Tracky. Okay.
Yeah, because he's weaker. Let's take out the weak ones.
Yeah.
To team up on this.
He has a 12 AC. I'll let you know.
And you have a help die if you want to add a D8 to the.
You do have a help die.
Oh
D8.
yeah, I'll do that. Why not?
And in this, it's always worth it, pretty much, because it could add another damage.
Oh, got a 7 on that help die.
Nice.
All right, so wait a minute, let me add this up. So it's my attack, right? So
Yeah.
15 plus 4, 9. Then my 7, so that's 26.
26. 22 is brutal.
And what's
One more
power
up
do?
Is
What's power
brutal
do?
times 2. It does an extra damage.
Okay.
So you're already doing none for unarmed strike, but then 2, 3 for the high roll, 4 for the power attack, and he has to do a save to not be exposed.
So like I raise up and I punch what you call it in the balls, and then I spin around and do this like back fist thing into his face.
He did save, so he's not exposed, but what you said just happened. And you see like a little sharp tooth ding go flying off, zzz, hits the force field. 4? Was that 4? Is it?
I think that was 4.
Yep, that was 4. I'm done.
He looks really hurt.
So they can save
you see
against
him-
expose. What do you say? Use to save?
I believe it's a physical save. So he rolled a 14 on the die though, and your save is 14.
All right, cool.
But you see his head shaking. There's blood coming out of his nose. He anime hacks up some blood, and then we come to Tracky actually. So, he was going to attack Asis, but you know what? I think he's going to attack Grom now.
Why?
He first is going to just grapple you.
So something we've learned about Trandoshans, they're huggers. They like to hug.
Come over here.
Do I want to do that? Oh man.
So don't do it.
Yeah.
Greg. Just don't do it.
It's the eternal DM debate between do I do a cool thing or do I just deal damage?
He is going to try to grab you. Does he have disadvantage for any reason right now? He already got his disadvantage attack, right? So, yeah.
I mean, exposed
that was
didn't
his
work,
first
so
attack.
I don't think so, right?
Yeah.
Unless somebody else did something.
He's going to give himself advantage, and then give himself advantage, and then give himself advantage.
4 dice just to grapple the Wookiee.
That's right. God, the best thing I rolled was a 10. So 15
Against what?
against your martial tech, martial check. How did I roll a 10 on 4 dice? 1, 8, 10, 10.
I rolled 11 plus 5, so 16.
He really wants.
How
to
many?
grab you.
How many dice did you do to get that roll? 4.
It's so funny how you just fended off his hug. He's like, "Come here, I want to hug you." You're like, "No, you're not."
No, get away
He
from me!
actually
Creeper.
was
I'm not a
really
hugger.
doing it. You saw him. He grabs you, puts his arm around your neck, and faces you towards Hectoon. And you can see Hectoon getting ready to punch the crap out of you. But you're able, with your might, just to push him off of you before Hectoon gets an attack in.
Back off! Getting blood on my fur.
He does extra damage if you're grappled. Oh well. That's it for him. So we come to Asis.
Like
Disappointed.
bouncing from one side to the other as Grom shoves Tracky off and gives him momentum in the other direction. Asis is there with his fist.
Alrighty.
Action point to attack. Advantage. I want to take him out. So let's do power and sweeping, same as last time.
Alrighty.
We're just gonna punch him like in the base of his neck, the back of his head. Nice.
So advantage.
I'll tell you right now, he
Oh.
has 2 HP.
Would have loved to bring him down. 7.
It wasn't a natural 1, was it?
No, it was a natural 2 and a 3.
Oh man, Jesus Christ, that's as bad as me.
Thanks for pooping on us tonight, guys.
There's he's going to use a little, hopefully an unnoticeable amount of force to like Newton's balls this guy's head into the other guy for the intended sweeping attack. Misses, and so Asis's head just runs into Tracky.
Ace's head does.
You meant to headbutt him the entire time, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, like my fist goes behind
do that.
his head, and my head goes into his chest with an oof.
It smells like lizard sweat. as you pull yourself away from him, and he doesn't really seem to notice you there too much. So focused on Grom.
Great.
In
that's
here,
my
I thought
chance.
that Kwerk and D44 were the comedic relief.
You hear the human next to you, 44. He does a little chuckle.
And I go, ha ha ha, that was funny.
He looks strangely at you. He actually looks at you and goes, he looks over at his friend and goes, "Hey, this guy's weird." Yeah, that was as amazing as my grapple. Then we come to Haktun, who wanted to do a lot of damage. Instead, we'll just do damage. So he is going to Oh, he actually hindered you. I forgot about that. Oh no, you saved. Never mind. He is going to just attack you. Power attack, unarmed strike, and you know what? Advantage. Because I don't roll well right now. Not the best. It is a 18 though.
Thanks.
That is
It's a heavy
almost
on me.
brutal hit. It's a heavy hit, so 2 damage. And you're not grappled, so it doesn't do extra. Yep, 2 damage. As he goes in
But
and
if
he
it's-
does this Van
Or did you do
Yeah.
power? You power
he
attack?
did power.
Oh, okay.
I
No.
do
He
rookie
did. He didn't do
shrines.
power attack. He did. He hit you with a heavy hit because he went over, and he's actually a monk, so he gets a +1. His unarmed strikes have a base of 1.
Oh, okay. That's what I was trying to wonder where that came from. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 points off.
He goes
All right.
up and he punches out and he does the Van Damme after he does it as he does his big hit. Then
Wow. I can't wait till John Claude watches this video. Wait, did he just say I go,
he did in Bloodsport.
I mean, if he was a lizard person.
Kwerk. What is Kwerk gonna do? The guy looks like he's about to come towards you, but he had to spend his whole round getting up because he wasted it, the rest of it on a drop kick.
Okay, I'm going to get a little bit aggressive. I'm going to come back down into the action. I'm going to
That will take an action point. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to attack.
This guy is almost knocked out, but this guy's also hurt a little bit.
Yeah, him.
Okay.
Coughing, cough tea.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it looks like on my screen. Looks like his name is Cough Tea.
Yeah, because it's
It's his rapper name.
Yeah. Now, what do I need to do a power attack on him?
you just have to spend an extra action point. So 1 action point to punch, another action point if you want to do power attack, and then you can spend additional action points to give yourself advantage, or you can save it for one of your abilities. You can also use a stamina point to give yourself any of those things.
Well, didn't I also don't I also have to spend an action point for movement?
Yeah. So you've already used 1.
Okay,
you have
so
3
1
left.
for movement, 1 for the attack, 1 for the power attack,
Yep.
And you have 4.
and
Then you have 1
1
action point
for-
left after that.
and yeah, I'm gonna try this advantage thing. I'm gonna go for advantage
Okay.
here.
All right. That's all of them.
All I need to do is
Roll.
find another D20 in here somewhere. Come on.
You just roll it twice.
Come on. I know there's got to be one in there. Nope.
What do you have the most dice of?
Ah, there it is. I'm glad I did that. Okay, I rolled a 16.
All right. Your attack
Do
is
I add
plus
anything
4.
to that?
Yeah, your attack bonus is +4.
So that's a dirty 20.
30-20. And I think that's it. But it is a power attack. So against that guy, he has a 12 AC. So that is a heavy hit. Plus, so it's 1 damage since the base for unarmed is 0. Plus 1 for the heavy. Plus 1 for the power attack. You're doing 2 damage to him.
Boom.
Yeah, so you run up there and you punch him across his smug face. You see a little trickle of green blood come out of his nose as he grins at you. That's it for you. 44. Anything you want to do yet? You don't have to.
So many things. We have a plan. I don't want to.
I don't want to ruin it. Haktun is going to. Sorry, not Haktun. Kwerk T is going to attack Kwerk since it's right next to him and he's taunted by him. So you're the only person he doesn't get disadvantage against. What is he going to do? He's going to. He is going to grapple you and slam you into the ground. Or at least try to.
A physical save against the grapple?
Actually, in this case, it's an opposed check, so you do your martial check, which for you is not great. It's actually wrong on your character. It should be your martial check it should be 3. I think 3.
I don't.
No, it should be 4.
Okay.
Sorry, your character has it wrong. If you look at, where you see attack/spell check, and then you have save DC, it's in the middle of your character sheet. There's martial check right under it. That should be for you a 4, because it's 4. For you. It should use acrobatics, and you're skilled in it, so it should be 2 + 2, which is 4.
Okay.
So you'll roll a d20 + 4, and I roll his athletics. He's going to do it with advantage. He's going to up it to be a throw, and there's no ally that can help him with this, so he's going to give himself double advantage.
Okay. I think he's probably going to succeed because my total roll here is a 6.
Oh, that's not good. His total roll is a 23. Oh, no.
Yeah.
That is a 17, so that is 3 higher, which means he's going to throw you 4 spaces, or slam you 4 spaces. That's only 3 spaces. So he lifts you up in the air, off your feet. He heaves you over his shoulder and just slams you back onto the ground for 3 damage, actually, because he had a really good roll. You feel the air go out of your lungs as your back hits the ground. You can use your grit, by the way, to by 1.
Yep, I will do that.
I'm sorry, it's 4 damage because it's base 1 for the slam and then 3 over, so it's 4 damage. And you can reduce it by 1 to 3 with your grit if you want. So anywho, then we come to Grom. You just saw Kwerk get slammed on the ground.
By coffee.
By coffee.
Can I maybe grab Trakey and coffee and smash your heads together?
That would probably be a martial. If you want to actually do it through grappling and slamming them together, that would be some grappling stuff. Or you could do attack with a sweep attack like Asis has been doing it. But that would only do 1 damage to the other guy.
What is sweep? Is sweep just another name for cleave?
Yep.
Is that what it is? Okay.
If you hit and it would hit the other person, then it does extra damage to him.
Yeah. Sweep makes me imagine sweeping somebody's leg. Yeah. Well, it's not much of a grappler yet. Something to work towards in level 2.
You're actually pretty good at it.
I am? Okay.
Yeah.
But I can't.
But just keep in mind, you have to first grapple him, and then you can use a second martial check to try to throw him or slam him into another person.
Which is what that guy just did to Kwerk.
No, the other guy is actually skilled in grappling, so he can do it as 1 check. That's why he's more efficient at it. So he actually is built for grappling.
So instead of grab and throwing, could have been 1 action. It's going to be 2 actions, right? I have to grab first successfully and then throw him.
Right.
Let's give it a shot. Why not? Let's try grappling him.
All right, martial check.
Yeah, let's just try grappling first before I blow all my action points and see what happens.
Okay.
See if I can even get that.
Oh, God. I rolled a 7.
I rolled a 10. So
Wow, just barely. But you grappled him. That's all you needed.
okay.
So you've grabbed onto him. You're holding his prison outfit, maybe his trap or something like that. What are you going to do now?
I'm gonna throw him into coffee, dude.
So
I'm gonna throw him.
Every time you do the same thing in a turn, it does give you disadvantage. But you can use an extra action point to negate it, or you can use your stamina point to negate it.
I'm gonna use another. So I have 3 extra points left. So I'm gonna use an advantage to cancel out the disadvantage.
Okay.
And then I probably should give myself an advantage, make sure I hit. So
okay, you can also use your stamina if you want.
No,
anything you do with an action point, you can do with stamina, basically.
I don't have very many stamina points, so
you only have 1. But if you remember, you get it right. You get it back by not using any stamina
for the next round.
Yeah.
You mean? Oh, well then I'll use a stamina point.
Yeah, it's most people they have a way of getting it back.
Okay, well if that's all I need, then I'll do it. All right.
So what are you gonna do with it? Are you gonna just give yourself another advantage?
A power point again.
Okay.
I'll have an advantage. I've canceled out. I got advantage and a power point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been looking at the Force User class and how it says you can use stamina, thinking, I'm not going to use stamina at all in level 1. Is using it in lieu of an action point just like a general thing that people with stamina can do?
Any martial class can use stamina for the maneuvers.
I could have moved that first turn and it would have been fine.
Oh,
cool.
Yeah, true.
Learning things.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I probably should have reminded. Yeah.
I should have looked that up.
All right, but go ahead.
I got 14. I don't know. Is that good enough?
Total?
Yeah.
Didn't you have like double advantage?
Did I have double advantage or just one advantage?
1 advantage to negate, 1 advantage plus the throw plus power. Oh yeah, you're right. You just had 1 advantage.
Yeah, okay. And one of my rolls is a 1, so at least I didn't get a 1.
He gets his roll. Oh, he rolled a 4 plus 5. He got a 9. What was yours?
14.
That is 5 above even. So that is a heavy. Well, not heavy, but you are throwing him. It goes 1. This is now going to go 2.
I got power
2 spaces. Does that work with this? That probably doesn't work with this. Power attack wouldn't work with martial.
Well, then give me. I'll give another advantage and see if I can roll higher. I did roll a little higher. I got 20 then. Dirty 20.
20. Well, since I rolled a 9, that's 2 over. So now you're moving them 3 spaces, and you're throwing them into the other one, right?
Yeah.
So this system is not forgiving when it comes to splitting damage because everything rounds up in this system. So what you do is you pick up Tracky and you heave them, bending over, heaving them into Kwerk. That's 3 damage, basically, because they can't. There's no space to move, so the 3 spaces turns into 3 damage, and it splits it half and half between the 2, but rounded up means 2 damage to each one.
Is that enough to take out that one dude that was injured?
The Wookiee is like a bear in a gladiator ring.
Yeah. You see Tracky bump up against Kwerk and just fall into the ground unconscious. He's not really dead, but I'll just put that on him. Oh God!
Looks dead to me.
He's okay. He's still breathing.
He got better.
Yeah.
There's no unconscious. It's got to be unconscious in there.
There it is. It's like sleeping, whatever. Okay, and the other one takes 2 damage as well, and he is looking really hurt as you bust the front of his mouth, and he's missing a couple of teeth in front.
Damn it! I've been on the wrong team again.
Call me the dentist. All you hear is growling.
Yeah. Taki would usually go right now, but instead Ace is going to go.
Asis kind of stumbles back. Asis kind of stumbles back from the guy who we just ran into, getting lifted up by Grom and used as a weapon.
Yep.
So he jumps on the balls of his feet a little bit, runs his hand through his hair, and Kwerk just what's it called in wrestling when you get someone upside down? And
The people's
shove them down
elbow?
on the head? No, like you get the person upside down and shove them down head first.
Oh, a pile driver or something like
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that?
Tombstone.
Yeah.
Saw Kwerk just get pile drived, and
Yep.
I got a little interested with all of this grapple stuff because I can force.
You're not
grapple.
very good at it. Oh, yes, you can. Well, can you? I thought that was level 2.
You're right. Never mind. I'm not good at grappling. I'm going to come up behind Kwerk and punch him.
Yep.
This is going to be a...
I actually forget you get flanking here, which I think is +2 in the system. I don't remember.
Cool. I will stand wherever I need to get flanking. Or
Yep.
no, that requires movement. I would not like to spend points moving.
Flanking in combat. Yeah. So you get +2.
Cool. Can I avoid moving up?
Yeah.
You're adjacent to him, so.
Rules as written, not really, but
Oh,
I
really?
always thought that
You
being
can't
on
attack
opposite
diagonals?
sides is kind of dumb. Oh no, actually, flanking in the system is just when you have 2 or more enemies within one space that are not adjacent to each other. So I actually like that rule. That's exactly how I do it. Yeah, so you get flanking because you're not within one space of each other and you're on different sides. Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to do an action point to an attack. I have advantage already, and I'm going to use my stamina to make it a power attack.
Nice.
So that's first one. Much better. 21.
Against his 12. Almost a brutal, but instead it's just a heavy.
All right, so 0 plus 1 for power plus 1 for heavy for 2.
Yeah. I should have asked Grom to explain, but he kind of did. But yeah, explain how you put this guy unconscious. How does Asis, this small guy, come up and put this guy unconscious?
Oh, he goes unconscious too. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
The guy just got another guy slammed into him. And so as he stumbles back, Asis jumps up and gets on Kwerk's kind of back, arms around his neck to try and get him off of Kwerk, and
Yeah.
flips backward just to get him on top of Tracky unconscious.
Yeah, and after a while holding him back, he loses conscious. Maybe not on purpose, but maybe on purpose. You blood choked him to unconsciousness.
Perfect.
Uh,
Now I'll
then,
use this.
How's the crowd reacting? They liking this?
At first they went a little quiet when they saw you all were doing well. When they saw Kwerk get slammed, they were kind of like, yeah, hawk toon, and then hack toon, fuck, and then but then when Grom threw one into the other, there was just like a quietness for a while. And then when Asis pulled this guy down, jumped on his back and pulled him, you heard a little laughter, and then the laughter died out when they saw the guy actually go unconscious.
All right. I will use my second action point to move to the other. Can I get to the other side of Hextune? I know there's a lot of bodies to walk over.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Okay, and
Well,
then
there are a lot of bodies. Roll in acrobatics. I'll say it's an easy 10. Pass.
14.
There you go. Easy enough. You do a quick little jump over some bodies.
Does flanking continue to give advantage just as long as it exists?
Yeah. Not advantage. It just gives +2.
I spent another action point earlier because I rolled with advantage because.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Do you still want to move?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then I'll use my last action point to attack with disadvantage because I've already.
Not that it matters, but you probably didn't add the +2, which made it a brutal hit as well. But that's not here.
Nice. I killed him extra hard.
Yeah.
Only a 9 to hit.
Oh, you have another action? Yeah, 9 will not hit.
Oh, wait, no, an
He
11
easily
to hit,
dodges.
which I still think misses.
Yeah, it still misses.
Okay.
He dodges out of the way. He looks pretty nimble.
Cool. That is my turn.
Cool. A turn well spent. Then Haktun sees what's going on, thinks calculatedly, and decides to focus on one person, which is going to be Grom. He is going
disadvantage of being the tall guy.
yeah. Or being the guy who just threw another guy into another guy, but yeah.
Well, that too.
He's going to unarmed strike, and he's going to sweep. So he does not get advantage. That is a 20, which is a brutal hit on you. So that is doing 3 damage. And you have to do a physical save.
What's physical save again? Is that my might?
The best between might or agility.
Oh, yeah,
For you, might.
You're probably fine. Never mind.
What am I saving against?
His 13.
Okay.
His sweep.
Yeah, I got 19. I'm good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he goes and kicks you right in the thigh. It hurts a lot, and you know it's going to be bruised for a bit, but you don't fall over. And he has one extra action, so he is going to just unarmed strike you again, but with disadvantage.
And you said I lost 3 hit points?
Yeah, 3. 8 just barely misses you as he tries to uppercut you in the jaw and misses. Then we
Down
come
to 6. Down to halfway.
Now we're at Kwerk.
Okay.
You see the 2 unconscious Trandosians in front of you.
Okay, then I'm gonna move in on Haktun. Okay, so there's one.
You
action
actually
point.
get flanking too.
Okay, so that gives me what, +2 to hit?
Yep.
Okay.
I like flanking in this system a lot more.
So I'm just gonna make a straightforward power attack on him, using my one stamina point, which gives Grom 1 point back
Oh yeah,
because of my inspiring presence.
1 hit point back.
that's right.
Okay. Cool.
Nice. So power attack
Well-
with stamina. Anything else? You give yourself advantage or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with advantage. So I think that should
You actually have
use
one
up at
action
least.
point. Oh yeah,
What?
no, that's right. Yeah. No, you're right. Power attack with less stamina. So movement, attack. You actually have one more AP. You can give someone the help action maybe afterward.
Yeah, I'll lay it. Let's see how this goes first. Okay, well, I don't think I'm really doing anybody any good. My best roll is an 8.
Plus, with your +4 already, or
Oh no, sorry, no, that would be 12, but still.
no? Still not quite enough. As
Wait,
you,
did he get a +2 for flanking?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
plus did you add that?
I actually
Yeah.
rolled. My best roll was a 6, +2 for flanking, +4.
Yeah, you go in for a punch and he deflects it out of the way. You do have one more AP if you want to give the help action or something.
Yeah, wouldn't I just have to say I'm going to hold that until one of my allies takes an action?
No, you just give it. You basically say which ally you're helping. I think you also have to specify what you're helping them do. Like you basically be like, I'm going to help Grom attack Hex.
Yeah, I'll help. Since I think Grom is up next, I'll help Grom attack Hex.
All right,
Hex.
so you get a D8 for you. You get your stamina back because of your ability, and because you did the help action. Kwerk's there instructing you where to punch the guy.
Yeah.
All right, so it's my turn.
Yep. Usually it would be that guy, but they're all gone. So yeah, Grom.
All right. So I'm going to try that combo of attack, get an advantage, power, and expose. I'll try that combo.
Okay.
Cool. With
Yep,
with
that's
the
all
help
4.
die.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah. So where's my attack? So that's 23.
He failed his physical save, so he 23.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I get power on top of that, plus if he
Yeah.
fails to expose.
So you come in and you start punching with a frenzy, and he blocks the first few of them using one of his reactions to increase his AC by 5, which means it goes up to 18. So it only does a normal hit.
If I get a power.
You said, oh wait, what did you say the total was? 20.
3, I believe.
Oh, damn, it's still a heavy hit. Yeah, so still a heavy hit. So power plus a heavy is 2 damage as he blocks some of it.
Can he be like, he's blocking, and then I headbutt him, boom.
Yeah. He blocks you and he smiles at you as he's just blocking all your attacks, and then you headbutt him. He's
And did he get exposed or no?
He did. He is exposed.
Right. So that means he gets a disadvantage,
I'll put this.
right? It becomes...
That's not what I want.
all attacks against him have an advantage then. All right, cool. Oh, wait, do I get a +2 on top of that? Does that make a difference?
You didn't add the flanking?
No.
That doesn't make a difference. You already got the heavy hit, and it wouldn't make it brutal. Yeah. But good accounting. That's it for you. Then it is Asis, because the other guy's gone. Poor guy.
Still tag teaming it, even though Grom is the center of the show.
You start hearing people in the crowd going, I want
to hear him say my name.
They don't know your name.
Walking.
Oh, so
Yeah. Something like that.
No, I hint that to the prisoner next to me. I go, the Wookiee's name is Grom. Grom.
Yeah, he looks at you and says, really?
Grom.
Yeah, and you roll a charisma check. Roll it.
Oh, yay, my favorite thing to do. Charisma. Hey, that's not terrible. 15 on the die, -2, 15. What's up?
It's enough. Yeah, they all start going. The guy looks at you kind of strangely and Grom, and starts chanting, and it starts spreading out as you now hear Grom, and they're stomping on the ground as they say it in unison. But yeah, Asis, sorry.
Grom, you do the headbutt and pull back as X stumbles back into toward Asis with his fists up, and Asis looks at you. They love you, buddy. I'm going to try and hit him really hard. I have action to attack. I have advantage. Yep. I'm going to use another action to get double advantage, and I'm going to add on 2 power attacks.
What do you have advantage? Oh, because you exposed them. Yeah.
Yep.
And you're +2 from flanking, right? So
natural 20.
Oh,
really?
Yes.
Oh my god! What's the total still?
The total is with flanking 26.
And what's critical do again? DC20
+2 damage.
Okay.
20.
And power is the only maneuver that you can pile on to the same attack. So that's
13.
26 should be.
He is going to use his reaction again. He spins around and deflects your punch, but your follow-up punch.
So it's just a heavy attack?
So that makes it a heavy attack, yeah.
All right, so 1 for heavy, 2, an additional 2 for the crit, an additional 2 for the power, so 5 damage.
5. How do you want to knock him out? That was barely enough.
As cool as it is, I really think Grom does most of the work. As Grom headbutts him and he stumbles back, and Asis is going to swing, and he deflects Asis's first punch.
Yeah.
So as Asis is swinging at him again, and his back is to Grom, Marks, if you want, Grom can just kind of push him in the back.
Sure.
To meet Asis's fist.
He pushes his head into your fist. Stop hitting yourself.
Asis knows that this is not his forte, so very, very subtly, he's force empowering his wrists to not shatter on impact.
Yeah. It still hurts. You're shaking your hand. Good thing you didn't get thrown.
Yeah, real glad.
Kwerk did. Grom got thrown just once. Yeah, so we're good. It's all accounted for. As that guy falls unconscious, you hear the crowds start to chant louder and louder. Grom, 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 learning your name somehow through the ether.
Can I pick up both of my comrades and raise them up and go, yeah?
How do you pick them up? By like the back shirt, just like
Yeah.
hanging there, like.
I picture more if he grabs each of their wrists and this is like dangling there in the air.
Yeah, let's do that.
3 feet shorter, right?
To be fair, they probably both are. They're both human.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't know. I imagine Kwerk is like a good, 6 foot something.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not like completely dangling, but
yeah. But nonetheless,
Asis
the
is
crowd is
shilling
going
out
crazy. They laugh again at Asis. I'm sorry, but as you get dangled in the air, the announcer goes on, talks about how good of a show it was, how they were Grom, the people pleaser, and they tell everyone go back to their cells.
How they know my nickname with the
right,
ladies?
and I say, "Time to get some more dark side points."
They actually look around. This guard here looks around and points at the utility droid next to him, and then points up at you, sees you, and says, "Take these bodies to the medical ward."
Roger.
Let me give a roll to something here. Ooh, you got a crit awareness. This guy comes over to you to 44 and says, by the way, you all are like, in case it matters. I'm not saying it's going to matter, but unless you want to linger somewhere else and do something else, I'll assume you're on your way back up when this occurs.
Yeah.
You mean that Grom's not feasting on his victory?
Grom could still be there.
No offense.
Yeah.
No offense.
Right in the center. Like,
as far as I know, Wookiees are vegetarians. I don't know.
We love the taste of snake or reptiles.
Asis won't go more than like 15, 20 feet from Grom, but otherwise I'm fine with heading to the stairs.
Yeah, I'm not going too far away from Grom.
all right. As Grom's still there cheering for his victory, this guard is starting to come up to Grom. But before that happens, this guard here comes over to 44 and says, weren't you tasked to take the other bodies? How did you get back so quickly?
Who the fuck is this guy? Why is this guy all up in my shit? Seriously.
It's all up in your grill.
Damn. I mean, I'm pretty fast. Watch. And I quickly walk in this direction towards the stairs. See, I'm very fast. I made it there and back in no time.
Roll I'll leave it to you. You can roll an athletics to actually try to prove you're fast, or you can roll a influence to get him to, leave you alone.
I'm gonna show him I'm fast.
Okay.
I'm not trained in athletics, so I just add my might to my roll.
Yep.
Okay, so that's an 18 on the die plus 1, 19 to move fast.
Wow. Yeah, you speed over. You actually see your wheels. They peel for a bit. Or no, you have legs. I forgot.
Wheels. My legs start spinning like wheels.
Like Scooby-Doo. And you... Oops. You actually see some prisoners fall off into their cells as you speed by them. Oh, geez, a cat under me. And he decides to leave you alone, but you're pretty sure he's suspicious of you. All right, the rest of you
should have just murdered him.
The guard will eventually the force field goes down, and the guard will eventually come up to Grom and say, "Go back to your cell."
All right. Fine. Grumble.
So as I'm passing them, as I'm coming down the stairs to collect the body of Haktua, I'm gonna say, nice fight, Grom. I'm not even mad. I lost some credits.
And I'll be like,
Enjoy your slime.
and I'll pat it on the back. I'm like, good droid. I don't know.
You mean?
Yeah,
Yes, I mean that's what it comes out as. Yes.
Right.
The other guard, you see a little turret come out of it. Do not touch the droids.
Oh, okay.
Grom.
All right, I'll go. Fine,
You all-
Asis.
Damn it! I'm still moving them on the foundry without even thinking about it. You can't even see it. It's a habit. You all go back to your cell. It is hour 15, and after a bit, pretty soon after that, you hear as nutrient paste comes out of the spout.
Paste, that's it. I was calling it slime. I forgot you called it paste.
And a lot of it comes out of Grom's. Actually, I forgot. You did it when you go back to yours. There's already a sink full of paste because the way he jerry rigged it, just constantly like drips out now.
All right, I'm eating it up. Nom. Got to recover.
Gotta keep the Wookiee happy. Gotta keep them
We can go ahead and do
Hydrated.
a short rest.
Yeah,
Not
let's
even a
do
quick
that.
rest, a short rest. And you can spend your rest points to give yourself 2 HP back as part of a short. Or
Is there
quick rest.
any way I feel like as I'm bringing Hax to the medical facility, I could dispose of him in the same way without this utility droid knowing about it? This other utility droid knowing about it?
He is following you.
Oh, he's following me? That's a bummer.
Well, he's going with you in the same direction. If you were to stop, he would go ahead, but he might question it. It's up to you.
Okay, so is there... I'm sorry, guys. I just got to do it.
No, we got our fight. You do yours.
Is there a place where I think I could quietly harvest more parts from this utility droid before disposing of all 3 of them?
I'm glad it
down
wasn't
one
up
of
the prisoner you're saying.
No, I'm not into organ harvesting. I mean, I
You
know
mean
there's a profit in that, but I'm not looking for credits. I'm just looking for
Wait, you
parts.
are you asking if there's a way you can take out this utility droid?
I mean, I know I can. I'm not asking if there's a way.
Yeah.
Is there do I know of a place I could do it quietly where wouldn't it be observed?
Oh, okay.
I want to do it stealthily, obviously.
You could. There is a maintenance bay coming up, on the way at least, and you could probably
So
try
as
to
we're
go there
heading,
with you.
as we're heading to the
Mhm.
medical facility, say I have to make a quick detour, running really fast, cause some damage, need a quick fix, and I lead him to a maintenance bay, which I know is not occupied, and then I kill him, and then I take his parts,
Roll.
and then I dispose of them all down another incendiary chute.
He definitely.
I'm just looking for
will
more dark side
follow you.
points.
He'll definitely follow you if you tell him you need help with something in the
Okay.
maintenance bay.
That's what I do.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
I mean, I can use AP to get advantage, right?
Yeah. Do whatever you do on like the
Just
best
do
attack
my
you
things. Okay.
can. Yeah.
Then in that case, I'm also going to, in the event that I don't one-shot him, do I have to announce this ahead of time if I'm going to use a maneuver, or can I just like do the attack
just
and
do it
then
as
say,
part of
"Oh,
your
by the
attack."
way, I'm going to use a maneuver"?
Yeah. Just do it as part of your attack. Usually they take an SP or AP.
All right. So as part of my maneuver, well, it says when you make a martial attack, you can spend additional AP to perform a save maneuver. Okay, so let's just see if I succeed on the attack first. With advantage, that's a nat 20.
Oh God.
I roll
Here we
a
go again.
20. I roll a 20 and a 13.
So what is it? First of all, what does it look like? How do you attack? Even though no one can see except the audience and these people meta way.
Right.
But
It's a
So
bunch of
as
parts flying into the hallway that
well,
they
yeah,
just
so as we enter into this little maintenance area, I make sure
the
there's
door
no one
just
else
opens
around.
for you.
Yeah,
and
I
it
make sure there's
closes
no one else around
behind you.
Yeah. So I take one of the little integral lightsabers that's concealed inside my torso, and I just go.
You see a little hole
It just goes
open up,
like right out of my chest. It just goes from my chest to his chest.
That's exactly what Asis did to the droid that he murked.
But what's the actual total? So natural 20, +4.
And then I did the exposed maneuver. Well, I was planning on a successful attack in case I didn't one shot him.
He failed the expose.
But I'd have advance. On my next attack.
And then you did power attack. You said.
I never really said that, but if that's what it's going to take, sure. I don't actually. So, I don't have. Do I have power attack? I have extend attack, ready, aim, raise, shield, expose. I don't. I don't.
Everyone gets power attack.
Oh, everyone gets power attack.
If you have martial.
Okay, so since I still had an AP left, then I'll do the one extra damage. Sure.
Okay, so he has an AC of 11. And you did 24?
Correct. Right? 20. It was a 24 total. Correct.
That is a brutal hit.
Brutal. +1 for the power attack.
One for is the lightsaber only one? Sorry, I don't even remember what I wrote.
Lightsaber is one fire. Correct.
One fire. Then 2 more for brutal, so 3. Another for power attack, 4. 2 more for the crit, 6. This thing has 6 hit points. So exactly as you said. The lightsaber just comes out of the little hole in your carapace and the thing just falls forward. Dunk.
I immediately I hit the E button on him.
The E button.
To loot him.
Oh, right.
Isn't that what you loot with the E?
So it depends how much time you want to take looting this guy. What he has is he has an arc shock turret, which basically allows him, like R2-D2, he can open up a hole and a little tendril comes out and a little metal rod comes out and electricity can come from it. He has a flamethrower, and that's what he has. He's not
I take all the things.
Yeah. He has like an internal engineering stuff, but that's kind of part of his core.
I mean, I know that I'll have to like fabricate those onto me. I can't just immediately like
right.
Here you go. I can now shoot flames. That, I mean, as awesome as that would be. Yeah. So yeah, I take those things. So what did you say it was again? A stun.
You have
turret and a flamethrower.
An arc shock appendage, and a flamethrower.
We were talking or mentioned Love, Death, and Robots earlier, and this, in a different timeline in which the other 3 didn't show up, I feel like a couple of years in the future, 44 would just have absorbed this entire prison. And then slowly shifted away to go look for beaches.
Yeah. 20 holes like open up and just like things come out. He's like, come at me, bro. The Swiss Army.
I mean, Swiss Army droid.
Yep.
And then I take all of them and put them down the incendiary chute.
Okie dokie.
Because dark side points.
It takes a little bit of time, but the incendiary chute is right next to the maintenance bay for obvious reasons.
I stick my head out, look around, make sure there's no one looking, like coming down the hallway.
You see a little like triangle shape, like, and then you go out and open up the thing, and one at a time. Haktun, Kwerk, and Traki never wake up. As well as the utility droid, for that matter. You throw the utility droid down there too, or no?
There won't be any evidence.
Alrighty. Let's see.
And then I wait until the agreed upon time to have the prison break.
Well,
because we talked about that earlier.
The evening meal happens at hour 18. Lights go out at hour 20. We're between 18 and 20 now.
So how much time will pass? Do I have enough time, do I think, to fabricate one of these new toys to myself?
It would depend on your role. I would say DC 15 and you'll be able to get it done.
Okay. I'll take that chance. Which one do I want? The shock appendage or the flamethrower? Flamethrower just seems so cool.
It's
But
10 foot
but
and
but how
one fire
effective
damage
is that?
base.
But how effective is that going to be towards droids? So I guess the shock appendage, just to be practical.
You
Use
do
my
know
big-
that
my
if
big
you were to
computer
hit by
brain.
this, if you were hit by the shock appendage, it would probably hurt you a lot
Right. Yeah.
because you took that ancestry part, that gate that you take double damage from lightning. I think, right?
I know it would hurt me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I that's a terrible roll. So it's going to be with my fabrication. It's going to be a 9 total.
Oof. Yeah.
Yep.
You start to get it on. You get far enough to where it's like you just put it inside yourself. It kind of dunk falls in there, and it's not quite working yet.
Fail. I'm not
Alrighty.
mad.
Okay. Eventually, let's say around hour 19, you're able to come back and meet up. You can find a space between the guard patrols. And you see a familiar 4D4 come out.
Well, I must say, I'm impressed. I did not think you would make such quick work of the Trandoshans. Most people don't last 2 rounds with those guys.
I rolled really bad.
I blame it on Greg's terrible rolls.
Who is
Nice.
this Greg? We make a good team.
Okay, I know the way to the ship. Are you ready to go to the beach?
So ready, little droid.
Yes, we are.
Okay, let's go.
As you're having this conversation, and I'm not trying to persuade you to do anything at all, it's just something that would happen, is Asis and Grom hear in your head again. Please help. Duh, please.
Am I able to, or are we able to kind of intentionally connect with it in order to respond?
Use the Force, Luke.
Possibly. It's making a connection with you, so it probably wouldn't be as hard. I would say make a spell check. Let's see. I would say base 10 every 5 over. You can get additional words or something like that.
Can I help him? Put my hand on his head and focus.
Not really, but you could do it yourself if you want. You could do it yourself if you
Let me
want.
see how Aces does
Yeah.
first. So
Spell check, that is a 16.
16. So yeah, you think you can, and you think you might even be able to give a bit of a substantial statement off. Question, whatever you
I
want.
connect with it in order to reply, and in doing so, do I get any more feeling about its identity or nature or suffering, or no?
Ooh. Roll an awareness. And since it uses prime stat, I don't even have to say, use your spellcasting stat.
10.
With a 10, not particularly. It's you get the feeling of upward, like it's definitely, up compared to where you are, like a directional thing. But
Asis will go, I don't think we can get to you, but we'll send someone back. Who are you?
Grom hears this too, even though you don't hear what Asis said, so you're getting a one-sided conversation. As you hear it'll be too late for you then.
Grom, I guess Grom hears that, but Asis just kind of does the look.
and I'm like, oh.
I'm sorry, why would it be too late for us? We're leaving.
Roll a
You want help or are you
spell check
threatening
again.
us?
Roll a
Roll a what,
spell
sorry?
check again.
I'm getting
Okay.
mixed
Spell check
signals
again.
here.
15.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder.
Mhm.
And 15 is the DC though, so
Yeah.
it's +5 each time. And you get the gist of it off, even though you're not sure how clear it was.
Mhm.
You hear a really strained voice, but all it says It laughs a little bit. Sounds like it's hard to laugh, and it just says infinity entity.
Does that ring any bells? We last
roll
episode we
a
talked-
history. Or is there history in this? Yes, there is.
You mean, do I hear it too? Can I try?
Yeah, you hear that.
last
Then history's
session,
great. Actually.
some members or all members of the party
Oh,
learned who's running this prison. Like there is a central AI, right?
Well, there's the taskmaster who runs like the explicit
Taskmaster.
guard movements and stuff like that. But then there's actually a central core that that runs a whole bunch of automated stuff that just go on as a daily routine, like the air system, the lights, everything like that, the force fields.
I got a 7, so
Okay,
it just looks like. Oh, go ahead.
I rode 17 plus 4, so 21.
21. Wow. You hear Infinity Entity, and you've never heard anything like that before. You have heard of the Infinity Empire, which was the Rakata Empire, what they called themselves when they basically enslaved the entire galaxy.
So those who don't know Star Wars as well, which one are the Ricotta?
They're the ones with the oblong head, mouth on the bottom, eye stalks come out to the side. They look like a cone head, but spiky teeth at the bottom. They were in power around 20,000 BBY. They enslaved humans, Twi'lek, a whole bunch of other races. And they were originally created by another race, I think, or uplifted by another race, and it basically backfired on them. And they were very adept at dark side of the Force. I would say with that role, you also know that they were wiped out by a Force plague, as it was called, that basically severed their ability to use the Force. And
a
also
lot of them
killed I think.
became tribal and very primitive after that.
Yeah. Their whole society regressed after that, back to before they were uplifted.
So I'll tell this to Asis.
yeah.
You didn't make this class yet in the training, but this is...
Okay.
But they were once like a really powerful empire that had like a lot of advanced technology, like super advanced technology.
Cool.
Like what you see on the prison ship.
Right.
Amazing. Greg, at this point, could we have all gathered into one cell, or have we not left our individual cells?
We've already rolled it once. We won't do it again. We'll say you can gather in one cell.
Okay. Asis goes, little droid, 4d4. What is the infinity machine? I'm
Oh,
sorry, the infinity.
He actually said infinity entity. Yeah.
oh, that guy.
Uh,
We don't want to mess with that guy.
Does that guy want to mess with us? I'm getting very.
I don't know. I'm making it up. I don't know what I know about him.
No, it's
roll
great.
That guy has
Roll a
bad
general-
breath. He's terrible.
I didn't
roll
know
a general
beach,
intelligence.
so
Roll a general intelligence. See if you picked up anything.
roll a general
Um,
intelligence.
All right, let's say an agile. I would say if you're trained in awareness, which you are, you can add +2. So intelligence +2. That's your prime anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm an 11.
An 11.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Not sure. I think
Unless
you may
I-
have heard it.
I don't know anything about an infinity entity, but I do know that many planets have beaches. Can we go to the beach?
Infinite beaches.
With an 11, you'd actually get something. Actually, it would be kind of jarbled, but I would say with an 11, you've heard the taskmaster. Usually, this would be wiped, and no one would know this, but you haven't been wiped in a long time. You did hear the taskmaster mention, send them to the infinity mines, which kind of stood out. But talking about prisoners.
Now, did you say mines, M-I-N-E-S, or
M-
mines with a D?
The first one, MINES.
So
And also-
I know as a player, not as a character, what he's talking about because I've played the games. So, but yeah, as a character, 44.
I don't
does
know
not
anything in the game. I actually made that term up. I don't know.
Well, like the Infinity Empire and like all of the weapons they had, and like they had
Oh,
like the cubes that had like that were like sentient, that were like weapons
Yeah.
that could like control people's minds and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
All that fun
So,
stuff.
last clarifying question. This voice that's been popping into our heads occasionally going, help me escape, etc. With that last interaction, does it seem like that voice is the infinity entity? Or the voice said, if like you just send someone back later, it'll be too late.
Yeah.
It will be too late
Roll
because
an
the
insight.
infinity entity is
Yeah.
coming for us all.
Yeah, based on how he was saying it, roll an insight. I'll give you something regardless, but
Great.
how much more you can pick up.
7.
You're rolling great.
I know.
Grom could roll it too because he heard it, but
I can try. I have a -1, but maybe I'll roll high.
I would say it's even
I got 11 total.
So either way, it wasn't referring to himself.
Okay.
It was something else. A higher roll would maybe good to me more, but
So, Grom, I know we came here for Captain Bootknocker. You were exceptional in the fight today, sir. Every bit the legend. Now, turns back to Grom. Do we think maybe it's our responsibility to look into this?
What was our mission? Our mission was get
Yeah.
Knocker, right? Yeah. So and go to the beaches. I'm like, I don't know. We don't have any backup here.
No, we don't
It might
have
be challenging, even if we unclench our lightsabers.
Okay. But I learned a little bit of Rakata before coming out here, and you apparently know a bunch about their empire. It's probably fine, right? The Sith are dead, the Infinity Empire is dead. It's probably fine, right?
Well, the Jedi way, we're supposed to be saving Kwerk here. We shouldn't. We need to
We're
see
not
what.
supposed to be doing that. Remember.
That's true. Yeah. I was
We-
just gonna say,
for the greater force.
We broke rules.
which Jedi Master told you to take this mission?
I mean, the force compelled us.
You're right, we felt called.
Well, what do you think, Kwerk? Would you?
Yeah.
Are you okay? Because you want to put yourself in danger, and
I assume you informed
Asis
Kwerk
will
of
bring
what
the
you're
party
doing
up
and
to
stuff.
speed on the interaction.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll catch you up.
Occasionally translating. Yeah.
I'm wondering, could this entity control the whole station? And if it dies, would the entire station shut down? And we could be freed that way.
That's great for escape. It's not great for all of the people behind force fields. What if the force fields would turn off? That could work.
They would all be free.
Imagine the chaos.
Everyone here was imprisoned by the Sith. They probably deserve to be free. Even the Trandosians. We can make friends with them.
You know for a fact that
right?
you know for a fact, just based on who you met, that you all are innocent, and you've also met very guilty people here. So
Yeah.
it's a mix.
Also, it's gonna not be easy to go up in the levels because security is probably higher there.
Well, there's got to be a
I mean,
ventilation.
is that a
system.
safe assumption, Greg?
So you know
there's
that
more
you can
security?
get. You mentioned that you think this is they mentioned that it's in the core. The first session we had, you know where the core is. You're not allowed to go there. With your heightened skills, you think you could probably break in at this point, but it might send an alert. So it really depends on your role. There's going to be a threshold for your slicing. There's going to be a threshold for succeeding, and another threshold for succeeding and not alerting.
So I think the really important question that we all need to ask ourselves is, do we want this to be a true shot or a mini campaign? I don't actually know if that's how it falls.
That's funny. Yeah. That is funny.
What does the force compel us to do?
Yeah, I was fully prepared to completely ignore the B plot and just get out of here. But then you said words that made me curious.
Words. And then words happened. I love it.
But you know how you get the most experience right now.
Yeah.
I mean,
Level 2.
Gentlemen, it's risky, but risk is our business.
I'm going to say that when we're back at the
Okay.
temple.
okay.
Oh man.
Well, if we're going to go in there, we need a plan. We need a best
Grom
way
says that we
in.
need a plan.
Minimal.
Keep
Yeah.
going.
with minimal resistance and detection. And we need to get in and
What
out
is this
quick.
protection? In and out.
Again, there's got to be air ducts or ways to get inside the walls and stuff.
They're in the walls. I don't.
44 could probably research that if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna bring up the blueprints of this entire prison real quick.
You can go connect to one of the outlets if you want to try
seriously,
to
bring up the blueprints.
slice in. You usually don't have access to that type of thing, especially up in that area, but you could try to slice in to see.
Oh boy, all the rolling of the dice. Slicing, you said?
Yeah.
That's a 19 on the die for a 24.
Holy shit.
Nice.
You got the full
Blueprint.
No one was alerted of your accessing it. And not only that, I'll say you got a nice holographic image of it that you can now beam down on the floor to everyone.
I project out the entire blueprint of the facility to you guys. Guys, I think I found what we need.
You do notice there's like this blackness that just does not say what's in the core, but you can see all the there is ventilation going around it. It looks like one of the incinerator chutes you could go into and then go a little offshoot from it. There's another one you can open and it goes into ventilation.
So yeah, I'll do that. I'll draw that. I'll draw that
bypass.
path to the black spot and say, "This is how we get to our doom."
Yeah, so you think you could bypass the main security door into the core with it?
It's just a short detour to the beach.
4D4, if you help us with this, I will take you to more than one beach.
Aruba, Jamaica. Who I want to take ya?
Right. I will figure out what these,
Bahamas.
It's some
Come on,
ancient
pretty
language.
mama.
I will figure out what these
What
planets
language
are,
is he speaking?
and I will take you to a beach on each of them.
As long as we get to go to Kokomo.
I've heard of Kokomo.
I don't know. Oh man. Oh, I forgot to on my line. Yeah. So what do you do?
Let's sneak.
You do
Let's get
have
done.
two guards, a guard starting to come by at some point.
We do like a prison break planning thing, pointing, looking at 4D4's outline map. Briefly
I just say,
do
"Follow me," and start going.
Cool.
All right, we can do that.
Nice. Okay. As 44, the force field goes down as you come up to it, and you see a guard coming from the right.
I nonchalantly walk over to the guard.
All right. Yep. You
All right,
clamber over
so-
to the guard.
Work the first time. Work the second
Here we
time.
go.
3 times the charm.
All right.
And I alert you guys as I see the guard. I say, "Pause, guard." I do that in.
Okay.
Because
everybody
I'll let you head
understands
out.
Wookiee, apparently, right? Like that's
Yeah.
Star Wars.
It's the most popular language.
I don't think Kwerk does.
No.
But Grom and Asis,
Kwerk.
you think he's going to go take care of the guard, whatever that means.
So I walk up to the guard and I say, "I think I have a malfunction. Can you look at this?" And I try to get him to take his sensor right to a certain spot right on
Yeah,
the torso.
roll a influence. It can be intelligence based influence if you want, and and if you succeed with a 14, you'll expose him.
No, I got a 9.
Never mind.
Got a 9.
It says go to the maintenance bay.
Roger. And I start leading him back towards the cell.
Okay,
Does he follow me?
Press up against a wall.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna climb up on the wall.
As soon as he's about to be in view of the cell that they're in,
Mm-hmm.
I laser him. I laser sword him.
Okay. Now you all get to see it happen as you see 44 turn around and it'll but
So I'm doing
Go
it with
ahead.
advantage.
yep.
I'm trying to expose him, and I'm doing power attack. I'm using all my things.
Okay.
Oh man, sometimes these dice are great. When I roll with advantage, why do I roll so well? A 13 and a 17. So I'm assuming 17 plus 4. Yeah, that's pretty not bad. 21,
21.
right?
Since this is a guard droid, is a 12 AC.
I'm hoping it's heavy.
So,
Okay, so that's
it's
heavy.
heavy.
Plus power attack,
2 damage, 3
and
damage.
he's exposed.
He's not actually exposed because that he failed. You didn't succeed at that. Oh no, you're exposing him. Got it.
On this
He has
attack,
to roll
yeah, I'm
a
doing an
save,
exposed
right?
maneuver. Yeah, he has to save against expose.
What's your save DC?
My save DC is
Could be
14.
close. He rolled a 14,
Okay, so
unfortunately.
he's not exposed, but he takes 3 damage.
But he takes 3 damage.
So you guys actually see it this time. I'm walking over,
Yeah.
and he's falling behind me, and then just a lightsaber goes, and stabs him.
So we're gonna roll initiative. Actually, that was your surprise attack.
Where'd you get a lightsaber at? I missed that.
Kwerk, roll a awareness.
Okay.
Everyone, Asis, roll you're stealthing, I guess, and Bushwar. I'm guessing everyone was in your cell because you're the one on the farthest side. So, what were you doing while they were doing this?
Grom?
Yeah, what was Grom doing while
I was trying to poise
happening?
around to be able to ambush. So,
All right, then
Around the door
go ahead
frame.
and roll a stealth
Or
for you
whatever.
too, because you're stealthing to do that.
but I
What
was
did
going
Kwerk
to,
roll?
I don't know if it matters, but I was
Okay.
going to climb up on the wall, do ninja thing. Because I have a bonus on
Climb walls.
climbing.
Oh, yeah.
Ninja Wookie.
Sure. Okay, then do an athletics,
Athletics, okay.
and with whatever bonus you get for doing that. The Kwerk. What do
Yeah.
you?
Oh, he's blissfully unaware because he only rolled a 9 total.
Oh, okay. Yep.
I got 13 for me.
And what did Asis get?
16.
Ooh, that's the DC. And 44?
Oh, I'm rolling initiative.
Yeah. You can just roll an attack roll if you want as your initiative.
So that's a 15.
15. Okay, Ace is the only one who succeeded. So you actually go before the guard does, which might be useful.
Yeah, I think so. The brief surprise from seeing the red lightsaber stick out of the droid, but this was a sick prison. Asis will kind of
Sorry, what did Grom get? Sorry, I forgot to ask. On your climb, on your athletics?
13.
Okay, good. Continue on. Sorry.
Asis will slide forward, draw his own lightsaber, and do a. Let's see, I haven't used this today. He has advantage on the first attack he makes against a
Concealed
creature
weapon.
using a
Yep.
concealed weapon. He'll two-hand it, which means.
Oh, so I should have had double advantage both these times?
Yeah, I think you should actually.
That's
Go
all
ahead and
good.
roll again. See if you would have got higher.
Oh, see if I get a crit?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a 19 actually. Oh, so that does it. It
That
bumps
would
it
do
up
one more
from-
damage.
It does one more damage, yeah. It
Yeah,
puts
you were
it-
only 2 away. Or
Okay.
1 away. But
I'll use a second action to give myself double advantage, and then actions
Nice.
3 and 4 will be power attacks.
all right. You can do power attack more than once. Did we clarify
Yes, I did confirm that. That's the only one that I've seen so far that says you can stack it.
that? Nice. All right. So double advantage, 2 power attack. That's basically all your actions, right?
Yep.
You're using your stamina too, right, to do that.
Oh, I've already rolled. I'm not using my stamina. The first advantage comes from concealed weapon.
That's right.
But will a 14 hit?
Yes. That
Thank goodness.
not real well, but
It's a hit.
Oh, sorry,
It is a
16.
hit.
16 because I'm two-handing it.
you're 1 away from getting
heavy.
a heavy hit. But
Okay.
Does he get a flanking bonus? Should we do that?
I would say not really, because you're trying to swoop out and do this. You're not really looking at positioning too much.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's 1 for the hit. That's 3
2
for the power attack.
3 total, yeah.
3 total. That
So
is
7 so far.
it, I think.
You don't have
Right.
any way to do one more?
He's got 8 hit points. Son of a gun. Son of a blaster.
Oh,
What's that?
He wasn't exposed. Never mind. He wasn't exposed. I would have done 1
He
extra
made the exposed
damage.
Dave. Yeah.
I
Did
will
you have an action point? I'll let you do this if you want.
use my stamina to do an extra power.
I was going to say, we could say you used your stamina to do one of those things, and so therefore you have 1 action point left. If you want to use your...
So I could attack with disadvantage.
How does he die?
But, well, you can also, if I remember right...
Are you okay with me adding the power to that previous attack, or do you want me to...
Look at the force user. I thought you could do something with the force. Maybe not at level 1, I don't remember.
I can. I can throw something at him.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And everyone's armed, right? Like, both Jedi have their lightsabers. Didn't I take a blaster off of one of the droids and like fashion it for Kwerk to be able to use?
Oh yeah, you did. Kwerk, you do have a blaster. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll... So, with my last action, Greg...
yeah.
The ranged attack that I can do by catapulting an object with the force, since that's an attack, would that still be a disadvantage, or since that's a different ability, would it be a straight roll?
It explicitly says on it, you can ignore multiple check penalty in this way once per turn.
That's right. That's why I love that last session. I'll do that. I'll go up, I'll slash it, and when it still seems to be wobbling and not dead yet, I will pull some of the loose piping from the sledge hole in Grom's wall and droid.
All right, you point at the piping and you point at the droid. We're going to make that range attack. 18. That is a hit. And that's all you need. It's actually a heavy hit.
It's more than
Yeah. You lodge it directly in its main eye as it just sputters and falls onto the ground.
Takes it, goes back down, and tuck it away.
You look around. It gives some people awareness, but not an easy check. They don't see anything. You look around. You don't think you were spotted.
I quickly grab up the droid, hide him in the cell under the bed.
All right.
Or are you the one who took the droid that I had hidden under my bed?
I don't know what you're talking about. Follow me.
Sure.
And I start leading them in the direction of the blueprints to the blacks.
Alrighty.
That's not the beach, but hey, it's where we're going anyway.
All right. Are you just gonna walk there like you're escorting them?
I mean, how far is it until we get into like the hidden?
You have to go up a few levels. You're gonna have to go through some elevators and down some corridors. There's definitely a chance of being spotted. It's gonna be a fate die. See if you're spotted by anyone.
Okay, let's do it. Just be on the ready for a fight.
Who wants to roll it? Someone roll over 10. You run into a patrol. Under 10, you don't run into anyone.
A what now? What am I rolling?
We're all rolling pretty low tonight.
I said over 10 you run it. Yeah, so you want to roll low. Yeah. I was saying let Chaz roll it because he's been rolling so low.
Yeah. Good.
What do you watch now? I'll get a nat 20. Oh, hit right at 10.
Oh, well, I said that's nothing then. Just barely. You can hear the footsteps coming close, but then they change. The little spider legs go down a different corridor. As you come up to what appears to be the core, you can already see there's some strangely loose cables around this area that you see them hanging down. They're reinforced by some type of metal alloy, but you can see them hanging about. It's kind of strange to see that. It looks unkept. You see a large double door with this big panel on the front of it that you would have to slice. But you also see the incinerator on the right that you know has an offshoot that goes through the vents.
Oh, maybe
everything around here looks...
incinerator.
everything around here looks pretty pristine, but as you look close to the door, you do see some loose wires and stuff. It's strange.
Secret tunnel.
All right, so you head into the incinerator.
What could go wrong?
With moderate reservation, but yes.
The only person who has to roll here is probably 44. You are not built for this type of maneuvers.
Okay.
Roll an athletics or acrobatics, up to you.
I can try pushing him, or spotting him.
You can help him. You can definitely help him. Give him
All right,
a
that's the
D8.
17 on the die with my acrobatics. That's another 4.
It's good enough.
21.
Yeah. Easy enough. You see him go into the chute with spider legs going each direction. It looks very strange.
Fold up.
Yeah. As you go into this metal chute, you see a side panel, and it does look locked. It has a very rudimentary mechanical lock on it, though. Go ahead and roll a slicing if you want. Not mechanical, a electric lock.
14 plus 5 is 19.
It was only 10. Easy enough. This thing was not made to live up to scrutiny like this. You see 44, a little appendage comes out, interacts with it. It opens up as another corridor into the ventilation. You crawl up into there for a while. What's your order, by the way? Not that it matters.
44 probably in the lead since
Yes.
Yeah.
you're leading
I'll be
us.
behind 44.
Okay.
I'll be behind,
will be
behind Kwerk.
Then I'll be in the back.
Check in the back. All right. As you go into the chute, just for dramatic flair, you see some guards come up, but you enter the chute before they see you. The door closes. It feels a little hot here. Like there might be flames if you were to fall down this thing. But you go into the ventilation. You go for a while. At one point you see like this cable digging through the ventilation and then out the other side. It's very strange. But eventually, as you see more and more cables, you can kind of shift through them a bit. There's not too much room to maneuver in here, but there's enough to crawl through. And you come to what looks to be some type of, what do you call where ventilation comes into a room? Outlet? I don't know what you call it.
Great.
A vent.
Ducks.
Duct, yeah. See like a vent in the duct. There you go. And you can see a dark room. It doesn't look like there's really any light in there. You just see a little bit of blinking lights in different places. You can tell there's probably electronics, computers in there, but it's hard to see without additional light in there. But you're pretty sure that's what the core is based on the schematics.
Does it seem to be in like natural darkness? I mean, I have dark vision 10 spaces, so.
Oh, it is not unnatural darkness. That's good to know. You turn on your dark vision, your night vision.
Vision, whatever, yeah.
Yeah. And you see a cacophony of wires, computers, racks, metal shelves. You see wires going in and out of the walls, through the computers haphazardly. The thing that stands out is through all of it, you see all the wires falling on the ground and trailing off, all in the same direction. All the wires you see all seem to kind of just filter into the same direction. Into the room. You can't see where it's going from the position you have, but it seems to be going to the back of the room that you can't see. It's dark over there. Too far away.
Some poor soul might be
And I don't
through a bunch of tubes.
And I don't see anything like else in there. It's a big dark room with cables
Tons of
going
computers
off
and electronics, cables,
Right.
but all the cables seem to be going into one direction.
I'm gonna say follow me, and then I'm assuming we have some type of light source. I mean, I could turn on a flashlight. I'm hoping I have like a. I mean,
Yeah, you
Or
probably have
lightsaber
some
glow.
type of lightsaber glow, worst case, but you'd probably have some type of flashlight, headlight thing.
all right. So torchlight comes on, headlamp,
Yep.
and I follow the
Okay.
cables leading off into the distance.
You
into the darkness.
open up the vent. It looks old. It just kind of like opens up, and you plop down into the room. As you look around, you scan, you can hear the others joining you. Does anyone want to stay in the vent, or are all of you entering the room? No. Okay.
Up, down like ninjas.
You scan the room with your light as you look by, and it looks blackened. Like the whole back wall has been burnt and blackened and almost like peeled off in some places as all the wires head that direction. And you it's hard to see without getting closer, but you see some type of figure back there. You see the two bright eyes open that seem to glow, and then they shut again.
And we all see this in the light, or only 44?
Yeah, you all see it as the light goes by it and reflects off the eyes, causing that glow.
That was unsettling.
Hello? Are you the one who wants to leave?
What language are you doing this in?
Oh, great question. Was there a language when it was reaching out before, or was it like a telepathic?
No, not in your head. It was more of like a telepathic thing. You're pretty sure you'd hear it no matter what language it was.
Then he initially would have called out in Galactic Basic.
Okay.
And if there's no response, he would have done like a basic Rakata hello.
Yeah.
I'm going to step off to the side and angle a little way.
Okay.
Just in case there's trouble. I'm with my hand down my pants.
Yeah. You hear a voice come from the hole in the back where you saw the eyes glow for a second before they closed again. You hear a voice, and it replies in Galactic Basic. It says, "Yes, you came. Kill me."
Gladly, and I immediately walk over there.
I think we got a serial killer droid. It's like Dexter the droid or something.
Grom, I'm getting a dark energy from 44. Something's growing within that droid.
I think the D stands for dark.
Or dark D. Does anyone do anything when 44 starts heading forward?
After a moment, Asis will follow, but
Yeah, I'm going to go along too.
isn't going to stop anything initially.
I'm going
All
to
right,
go around the side just in case. I don't trust this guy. Just in case there's a trap.
all right. You're going around the side, but because he's kind of in a hole in this wall that's peeled away, you don't have a good view of him. But everyone else who follows forward, you see a Rakata figure for sure. The oblong head, the eye stalks, the toothy maw at the bottom of his cone head, and you would call him naked, but it's hard to say that because you see wires and tubes coming in and out of him. His skin is mostly blackened. It looks like whatever muscles he had at one time have wasted away. And you see what looks to be, for all intents and purposes, like a husk of a Rakata that can't imagine how this thing is alive still. You see its eyes open slightly when you start getting closer. It can't really move, it seems, but and as 44 says gladly, he says, "At last."
44, wait. And to the guy, what made you like this?
I did. I work the last Rakata on this ship. You see, whenever he breathes, there's you hear the whirling of some pneumatic system pushing up his chest, allowing him to take breaths.
Asis pulls his hand back from the pause gesture at 44 and lets 44 do whatever they do.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm just gonna walk. He said, "Kill me." I'm just gonna walk up to him and stick my lightsaber right in his chest.
You do that. You come up to him. The lightsaber goes out directly into his chest as the machine puts his chest forward one last time, and he says, "The infinity entity."
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
He says, "The infinity entity will be our salvation." as he takes his last
I
breath.
thought you were going to say
Blast
Infinity
it.
and Beyond.
To infinity and beyond. That's awesome.
Nice. And then you hear something strange. You just hear as all the lights, all the little blinking lights in this room, they go off. You hear, you realize some of you start to lift off by the natural tendency to keep yourself up. You've pushed yourself up as there is no longer gravity.
And cling onto the walls.
You hear a few distant noises.
All right, I think we did our damage. Just get out of here.
Time to go.
Who knew he was a self-destruct button? That's funny.
Okay. Now you are, I'm guessing you're trying to go to the ship.
Oh yeah. I bring up the blueprints and I show the schematic to the path to the ship.
Being pretty liberal with cutting paths where necessary if it's clear that will speed things along.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I get the quickest path. Yes.
There are no more internal force fields to help to protect itself from your lightsaber, as you can start cutting through walls.
All right.
Forget about those
You
internal.
just get the lightsaber out and or zero G. I can spin you around with your lightsaber out and make a circle.
We're gonna do a skill challenge now.
Nice.
I'm gonna.
Hey.
The challenge is gonna get progressively easier as we go, but bad things can happen. What time is it? We could stave this until next to another session, or we can try to fast forward it.
So how much more story you got? It's enough from
A lot.
okay.
So it depends on how much you guys want to do. We could also level up if you want. and
Oh
try a
well,
level
if you're
2.
going to offer that,
I mean, never gonna say no.
I was
to that.
a little hesitant because I do think level 2 is going to change a bit, but like you said, we can modify the characters if it does.
Yeah.
Do we want to do leveling up
Yeah, do we want to do it live, Mark, or do we
live?
want
Yeah.
to do it on our own time?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Why don't you stop it now, and then we'll do a behind the dice or with it or something?
Oh, okay.
Or we can do
sure.
a separate thing.
We can do a little behind dice. Talk a little bit about what we like about this and level
Oh
up.
yeah,
Cool. I mean, I
Yeah.
think that's a cool cliffhanger. Like, he dies,
Yeah.
the ship shuts down, we start drifting, and
Yeah.
until next time.
yeah.
To be continued. All right. Well, until next time.
When the dice roll high, we touch the sky. But when they crash, it's a belly laugh. Genre play, lighting the way.